Good morning, football lovers. Welcome to another edition of Football Corner, a show where we give you the best of fixtures, highlight prediction, and as well as update. And I'm sure on Tuesday, a lot of you were geared with a lot of anxieties because most of the time, Zambia gives you anxiety, maybe even panic attack. To some of you, you even claim that they give you BP. But we're gonna give you the match of highlights of the Zambia game, but not only the Zambia game, but we have a lot of matches that we're playing around the world concerning the Africa Cup qualifiers, as well as the UEFA National League games that was happening in Europe, where we saw a number of games being played during the week as well as last week. But remember that this is Football Corner, the show where we give you the best of highlights, predictions, as well as update. My name is PC Williams, and this is Football Corner. So today we are talking about Zambia and some games that were played in Europe, the UEFA National League. So we're gonna go much in details, but before we do that, let me introduce you my guest of today, who's Mr. Mwape Kaunda. How are you, Mr. Kaunda?
Thank you very much, and welcome, sir.
Welcome to Football Corner.
Thank you very much, sir.
I know you have a lot to say about Zambia, but first let me hold you there.
Yes.
Yeah. So let me shift your attention to UEFA National League, where we've seen Portugal, Spain, France, and some other big national teams like Germany, Italy, showing some complacency in their performance. What's your take on the National League games?
Looking at Portugal, Germany, Spain, I think I will say much on Portugal. Portugal, they are still showing that character because one, they've actually kept the spirit of keeping the team which will take up the challenges from the Ronaldo, Pepe, and others.
Yeah.
So that is helping them to actually remain on the top of the class. We're also talking about Spain. Not up to date because I'm sure they might have missed one or two steps.
Yeah, so Spain is in the same group with together with Portugal, but looking at their previous performances, they haven't been good. Do you think they didn't make a good transition from the Xavi, Iniesta, Hela to the new team with youngsters? Do you think they were supposed to do some mix-up?
Yes. I think there was no good transition from the Xavi, Iniesta, and the others, as you mentioned, like the Porto has done with the Ronaldos, the Pepe, who are now handing over now to the looking at Jota and the other guys that are coming. I think that is the step Spain missed. And that has put them in that angle.
Yeah. And on the other side, not only Spain, who is struggling to give a good performance from the way we know them, but even Italy. We knew Italy as the team that is hard to beat. But this time, they even failed to qualify for the World Cup, the 2022 Qatar World Cup.
Yes. When you look at Italy is a team that is struggling in the world, which is a world-class player compared to Rio and the others. I'm sure the players overstayed. You know how they struggled even to lift the previous tournament of UEFA beating England. You know they struggled.
Yeah,
but this is not the Italy we used to know.
And imagine they were beaten by the underdog Macedonia, which everybody were thinking, no, Italy will just do a walkover in the playoff, but unfortunately they were beaten by Macedonia. Do you think what do you think is lacking? Do you think maybe they kept the old players for so long to the fact that they failed to make a transition to the new players incoming?
Yes. They kept a lot of old players for so long without paying attention to groom the one to take up the challenges after the retiring of those old players. So as a result, they were finding nothing, still playing the same old players.
Yeah.
And when you look at football, modern football now is changing. There are no underdogs. Everyone
of course.
is ready to take up the challenge. When you look at Macedonia, they were called the underdogs.
Yeah.
But today, look at the way they are playing. They are playing themselves. So 50, so nice to say that if you are not careful, they can pull up more surprises.
Yeah, and not only Italy, but you find that even Germany, they are also haven't recovered from the era of Ozil, Schweinsteiger, and other good players that
go of the other players, and they are concentrating on focusing on grooming other players. This is actually what is bringing most of teams in the world to be caught napping. Like Germany is in that position as well. Italy and others and Spain.
But Kaunda, do you think some other fans might argue that some teams need experienced players in the team? Do you think it's necessary to also have experienced players for a longer period in the team so that they can nurture the new players, especially the younger ones?
Yes, experience is needed, but how do you acquire that experience? Experience can easily be acquired by fusing in few players like the Portugal are doing. They've got Pepe, they've got Ronaldo. All what they are doing is to inspire them, but not to keep the old players for so long.
All right.
That is where we are getting it all wrong.
All right, you are watching Football Corner, a show where we give you the best of prediction, football highlights, as well as update, and also match day games, especially the games that were playing during the week and on the weekend as well. So these are the results that we had this week for UEFA National League games, and we saw a number of teams performing well, especially Portugal, but for other teams they were struggling a bit. Now, Mr. Kaunda, shifting back to Portugal, Portugal was one of the teams that everybody were not expecting to qualify for the World Cup, the Qatar 2022 World Cup. Do you think with these performances they are showing in the UEFA National League games will impact their performance in the Qatar 2022?
Exactly. When you look at the previous tournaments, Portugal had to come in as a best loser to come and reap the previous cup.
Yeah, the Euro.
The Euro. So Portugal is unpredictable always when it comes to such tournaments. It's not a team to underrate. Obviously, they can pull a surprise. And looking at the team that they have, very young, skilled players. Look at Jota, the way they worked Liverpool. So it's definitely it's a team to reckon with.
But some question has been some people have questioned their performance regarding the so-called big national teams, the likes of Spain, Italy, Germany. Portugal seems to struggle much when they are playing such teams, unlike the so-called underdogs.
You saw how they came up when they play against Spain. They had to come from behind to get that goal that they needed.
And Spain was looking so good.
Yes, and Spain, they played their game. But did they have that last final touch? No, they failed. But what did Portugal do? They came in. Definitely, if they had an extra 10 minutes, definitely Portugal was going
So
to
do you
get
think Portugal was showing some character in terms of experience regarding the younger side of Spain?
Yes, and a good approach to football, which is required.
All right, that is awesome. Oh, you are still watching Football Corner, a show where we give you the best of prediction, football highlights, and as well as updates and anything that's going around the Football Corner. And if you wanna give us, if you wanna be part of our show, you can send the prediction, or you can do just record yourself a video of you giving a prediction of whichever game you think of. Just for instance, if you think Zambia is going to win against Lesotho, you can say maybe Zambia are going to win 2-1. Then you can send to us to the number that is provided to you, or on our social media platform as well. So we're gonna take a short break, but when we come back, we're gonna switch back to Zambia. Please stay tuned.
Feel the warmth with Topstar. Continue to treat yourself with the best entertainment this June. For affordable subscription of 135 kwacha Antenna Classic or 140 kwacha D-Smart, follow Zambia's mighty Copa Queens in their quest for African glory at the Morocco 2022 Women's Africa Cup of Nations, starting on the 2nd of July, live on Topstar's sports channels. Plus, continue to intrigue yourself and family to the latest Filipino drama series, When Love Bends, every day at 20:40 hours on Novella E+, in a story of rage, love, and betrayal. Plus Zambia's gaming show, Bankers, every Thursday at 21:30 hours. But there is more. Don't miss all the best of local sports, current affairs, plus a wide variety of entertainment mix from Topstar. So, why wait? Catch the warmth by getting yourself a Topstar decoder now and follow the Topstar Facebook page. Subscribe now. Topstar, affordable digital TV.
Welcome back to Football Corner, a show where we give you the best of football highlights, update, prediction, as well as fixtures, anything concerning football. And we were still talking about the UEFA National League games, especially we were analyzing the games of the likes of Portugal, Spain, Italy, and I've been joined by Kaunda, who was giving some in-depth analysis into the match day game that were played during the week, as well as the games that will be played this weekend and next week as well. Mr. Kaunda, welcome back again.
Thank you very much, and a pleasure.
Yeah, so let's shift our attention to the African continent. We've seen a lot of games being played, especially for Africa Cup qualifiers. We saw a number of games being played during the week. Now, the game which caught our attention is Zambia versus Comoros. What's your reaction to that game?
We saw Zambia carrying the day, but Zambia didn't play too well as expected. To start with William, to be honest and precise with the team, we've got the players, we've got the material that can take us to the Africa Cup. But we need some few post-mortem few post-mortem.
And what kind of post-mortem do you think we need, or the areas that we are lacking, that we really need to do some autopsy?
The fullback.
Uh-huh.
We are using the
midfielders.
And we know that we've got the natural wing back in the likes of Chepeshi, Prosper Kiroya, Shemi Maembe. Why don't you try this?
But at least, sorry to cut you short, let me hold your thought. But at least for this game against Comoros, we saw Mayembe starting, unlike Roderick Kabwe, who was still holding the same position.
Yes, that's why we are having it wrong. Why don't you use the natural wing back? Because you saw Mayembe coming, though not very good, but very able to handle the pressure, because he was pressed in at the right position. Look at Roderick Kabwe. Forced to play on the same role he played against Ivory Coast. What was the outcome? The man needs
and I think it was a weak league for Zambia, because we saw much of the balls was coming from his position.
His position. What does that mean? It is exposing him. Because we are using him at the wrong position. Let's put a right player. Let's put a right player for that position. If you play Prosper Kiroya, he knows what to do, because that is what he knows better. So let's not expose these other players, because we are creating room for our opponents.
Kaunda, do you think our coach Asanovic didn't have much time to organize the team that can play for qualifiers? Because if you've noticed, we have a lot of midfielders, attackers than the defense.
Well, I disagree, not to disagree. This is the coach that we have, who have been with the previous coaches, the likes of Beston Jambeshi and the other coaches, to just mention a few. I'm sure he's been with the team for so long. And to me, I thought when he was appointed as a coach, he's the right man for the job. But surprisingly,
But some of the football fans are jokingly saying he's just a PE teacher. He doesn't have the caliber to be the national team coach.
William, if I can take you way back, you and I, when you used to play football. We learned football from these PE teachers, you remember?
Yeah, I think maybe just the terminology that people don't understand.
Yes, yeah, these are the right people. You know, to be honest, the PE teacher and police officers are. I was jokingly speaking to the president, Mr. Sean Tembo, posted the same way. Then I said, no, these are the right people for the job. You know, you remember when football was way back in 1986, we saw a lot of teachers being coaches, who were coaches, and even up to now, if you go into provincials, you find teachers are the ones that are coordinating this and organizing.
Even just our referee, Janis Kazwe, is a teacher by profession.
Yes, our own Janis Kazwe is a teacher by profession. His father, Roderick Kabwe, he was a teacher. Yeah. So when you look at that, these are the right people. Despite eventually they started handing over to the former players who are now at the YUM. When you look at the Perim Tappers of the world, who are the best coaches. So
yeah. Now, Kaunda, let me hold your thought a little bit. Let's take some in-depth analysis in the midfield Zambia have. We've seen the conversion has continued even in the midfield, not only in the fullbacks as well as the centre backs, but we've seen the likes of Mwepu, who's an attacking midfielder, being playing and who's anchored in the midfield. But we know that we have central defensive midfielders.
Yes, this is where we are getting all wrong, and the coach needs to sit down. One is he has to know how to pair the players. I'll start from our central defense. We've got Tandy Mwape and Frankie Msonda. Yeah, the boy is very steady, but he's very slow.
Yeah.
So you need somebody to play with who is swift, like we did in 2012. We had our own Stopin and Sunzu, very slow. But he had Johnny Monde, who was very swift. Okay?
Yeah.
Make it easier for him to play.
Don't you think for Frankie Msonda, it's just a matter of adapting to our team, looking at his environment, it's a new environment for him?
Yes, I'm coming to that. But we need that is a point of that is the area of attention that the coach needs to take. He needs to know who to partner with Msonda, who is very stable, who is steady. And as you have put it, Msonda is this is the first time maybe for him to have played such a tournament. Qualifier. It's not an easy tournament when you are playing qualifier.
In fact, the majority of these youngsters, it's their first experience to play the bigger games that the whole nation they are looking up to. Especially, we've seen at least Mwepu and Fashion Sakala, Patson Daka, at least Emmanuel Banda, they have some continental experience knowing that they're coming through the under-20.
Yes, when you talk of Enoch Mwepu and Patson Daka, Fashion Sakala, yes, they are coming from they played at a higher level. But this is a different tournament that they are playing altogether at a senior level. They played it at under-20. Now they've got the responsibility of carrying the national
the national team
flag. Yes. So they are actually on that level. That's where now the maturity level is coming in. They need one senior player to mentor them.
And, there are some questions that what we are lacking is the like of Sinkala, the anchorman who can protect the full-backs and the centre-backs. Instead of converted Enoch Mwepu, we saw the game against Comoros that Emmanuel Banda tried his best than the other partnership with Chilufya.
Yes. At the moment, if we keep continuing thinking about the entire 2012, we are not going there. We can easily say, let's bring in Renford Kalau, Isaac Chaza, all of them, bring them. They'll qualify to the tournament. Now who's going to play the tournament? So let's avoid that. So when you are mentioning the Sinkalas, they've done their part.
So
we've got the material.
Just to hold your thought. Yeah, just to hold your thought. So in that statement you're saying, so we don't need even these active players. We've seen Sunzu is still active, Sinkala Kalawa and other players, they are still playing Kawaso Chongo. So we still don't need to call those players like the way we did with Chamanga.
Actually, I will be honest with you. The only senior player that the team is needed is Kennedy Mwene.
And he had good matches with Sundown. We saw where he claimed the title.
You have seen Kenneth Mwene. For the goalkeepers, the more they grow older, the more mature they become. So we can tap that mentorship from Kenneth Mwene, who can help us both on the pitch and also to mentor other young players, the likes of Mwepu and the Fashion and the Patson Data.
All right.
When we
I know we can talk more. Just now, in conclusion, we saw the beautiful goal that Kangwa scored. Do you think in the upcoming game that we're going to play against Lesotho, because we saw Lesotho drew against Ivory Coast, who armored us 3-0. Do you think we are safe? Do you think we should start Kangwa in the Lesotho game?
Well, first thing first. Have we cleared ourselves on the way we are partnering the players? No. We haven't finished. The coach must give us the direction. And the direction is taken. I was seeing on the social media. He wants to go to the Europe to explore for the players who haven't been to the tournament. What are they going to add? So, first of all, we need to work out on the fitness of the players that we have. The issue of dropping Mwepo to start anchoring, it's not helping. We've got so many anchoring players. Some of them, yes, they might have not have a sense of a national team. Like we've got the Miguel, who can play well with a good instruction from these other players who have a sense. So I was expecting to use Miguel there so that he's got the 13th player who is a fan, and that way it would have motivated the player.
All right, Mr. Olad Kaunda. I know you have a lot to say. I will give you much time next time. Just in conclusion about the fun, in less than 30 seconds, what do you think of the behavior the fans portrayed in after the game?
Yeah, I was there, and I was actually very, very disappointed. The invasion of the fans.
Yeah, are we giving a good picture to football in Zambia?
Yes, looking at Heroes Stadium, it's very safe. But I think I put. I don't want to put the blame entirely on the police, but also to the organizers of the tournament. I think the security didn't help us much. We had few security, which I expect next time.
All right. Thank you very much, Kaunda. It has been a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you very much, Wida.
All right, goodbye.
Goodbye, thank you.
All right, this has been your beautiful conversation. This has been the best of our in-depth analysis that we are looking at the Zambia games, and we have a number of games that we're playing in the Africa Cup qualifiers, and these are the games that we had during the week, and the game that we will have next week as well. We're going to see Zambia again coming back in the 18th of this month, playing against Lesotho. Are you expecting Zambia to beat Lesotho, knowing that Lesotho hold Ivory Coast, who armored Zambia 3-0? Well, all you have to do is just to send us your predictions, a video of you recording yourself, less than 15 seconds. Just send us your prediction, or all you can do is just comment your prediction in our Facebook handles. On all social media, you can send your prediction. But this is all we have for you now on Football Corner, but we'll be back on Monday at 19:30, where we'll give you the best of football analysis as well as update and highlights. I've been your host, PC Williams, and this is Football Corner.